Ak Yum Temple, 7th century. Walk down the side. Inscriptions here at Ak Yum have actually dated it to 674. A later inscription here actually has the date 713 and names Queen Jayadevi. She was the daughter of King Jayavarman I. At that time, Ak Yum was a fairly large urban centre, but this is pre-Angkorian. And you can see here there are some ruins of towers down below and then a larger stepped pyramid. It wasn't until 770 that King Jayavarman II founded the Angkor dynasty. So this temple predates that. You can see the construction is out of many small bricks. There are a number of towers down here, quite a bit below that larger temple. And people still come here today to worship. There were later additions here to this stepped pyramid, the first of its kind, even up to the Bayon era, the Bayon section of the Angkor era, and King Jayavarman VII. But that wasn't until the 11th century. So we're 400 years before that. You can see it took a fair bit of excavation to find this temple. And there are laterite walls, new bricks for the modern restoration and the old bricks. And there are still some carved sandstone pieces here. Here is a laterite wall and the wall of the stepped pyramid here. And the archway leading into the temple. This is the northern entrance to the temple. Usually temples open to the east. And you can see the linga platform up there. And the modern bricks helping with the restoration. And the original bricks and sandstone archway.
So up the stairs to the top of Ak Yum, that big platform up there is a very large linga base. The linga is no longer there. There is a circular hole in the middle of that platform. There used to be a linga here. And you can see some of the original bricks as we come down the pyramid to the sandstone steps and to what they call a moonstone step at the bottom. It's amazing to think really that some of these bricks here, these man-made bricks, are probably 1300 years old. So we can see that Ak Yum is nestled beside a big earthen wall, and there's a laterite wall as well. This was built in the 7th century, but in the 11th century a large Baray or water reservoir was built, and what we're looking at here beside the temple is part of the Baray wall. So at this point apparently the temple was partly covered by the dirt from building the Baray. So you'd assume that the temple was no longer operational at that point. Let's go up and have a look at the actual Baray. Looking down at Ak Yum, you can see it's a fair way down, but that's not really the case. We're a fair way up. We're actually standing on the Baray wall. And this is part of the road that goes all the way around the Baray, built in the 11th century. Hello dog. And we've ridden the wall all the way around. Some of it's a little bit rough. So this is the temple that we talked about. This is the Baray wall. And we'll go over and have a look at the Baray. A Baray is simply a large water storage area. This Baray, as I said, built in the 11th century, huge wall all the way around. It's approximately 8 kilometres long by 2 kilometres wide. You can see there are people out there on the water fishing. Fresh water comes through the channels into parts of the town, and we've come and actually swum in the Baray. Further along the Baray wall there's a place where many locals go, sit in little bamboo huts that they hire, and enjoy swimming in this fairly safe Baray. Ak Yum being about 10 to 12 kilometres from the centre of Siem Reap. We come out the National Highway number 6 and turn off to come towards the West Baray. I'll share a little video of that last section of the trip through some nice shady trees, along one of the waterways and out to the Baray. Still at the West Baray, 8 kilometres by 2 kilometres. People out there fishing. Across the other side is a very big sluice gate. They control the water flow back out from here. And across in the middle here is a temple. It's called the West Mebon Temple, mid-11th century. So built a fair bit after Ak Yum, obviously built once the Baray was built. We've heard that some locals can actually swim out to there. Down on the side here you can see some boats. You can hire a boat to go out to the temple, or you can come here for the weekend, buy food from the food vendors and rent a little spot down here beside the Baray in these lovely sheltered huts and go for a swim in the Baray, where the water is reasonably cool, quite safe and not too deep. The West Baray. So this is the sluice gate where water from the Baray behind us can be let out to flow down towards the villages towards Siem Reap. And we'll ride back along that way towards Highway 6 to go back into town. About a 10 kilometre or so trip. On the weekends, this place is absolutely teeming with people. Locals bringing their families out here to have picnics in the little sheltered huts. They'll buy fruit and grilled food and beer, hire a big truck tyre tubes for the kids to go floating out on the Baray. It's a lovely family atmosphere. So quite a big structure.